Good morning, guys. Okay, so we are 2 days out from show and I'm just going to do a quick check-in, but not really checking the scales, more so visual representation, and then I'm just going to send it through to Brandon. But today I'm feeling good. Had a lot more carbs yesterday, and yeah, feeling good, feeling a little bit more fuller, a bit more lively as well. So let's see how I sort of like pull up today. I'm super surprised I'm actually getting the veins coming through in the morning, so yeah, definitely seeing the carbs come through, so I'm pretty happy with that. Legs. But that is check-in. So just finished up at 210, so the owner of the store actually cut my hair. He was super chill. This place is such a vibe, and I do apologize to my actual barber, Issa. I will be back home, and oh man, I didn't have time to go to you, so I'm sorry, bro. But yeah, this place was a vibe. We came through here maybe 3 or 4 times last night, just walking around, and these guys were super busy, and we just wanted to have a look to see what was inside, and they were a vibe, man. Yeah, definitely check these guys out, 210, and they're booked out like 2 or 3 weeks in advance, so you've got to really book in, but super worth it. Okay, so I've made a decision on watch. So for those that don't know, I have turned 30 recently, and this is, yeah, why I'm here, buying myself a birthday gift. And I know it might not be the smartest investment, but you know, over time, it's going to be something that I'm going to appreciate every time I look at it, and I've worked hard for it as well. So yeah, I'm going to show you guys later on when we get back to the Airbnb, or I might wear it at the shop. But super excited. So we are in the middle of a shoot here at Dohertys with the awesome Nave right here. So I'm absolutely looking forward to seeing all these photos. So it's going to be sick. The caliber of photography that Nave does, yeah, mind blowing. Just finished up with Nave. It's fucking sick. So can't wait to see what she produces, but I'm pretty confident that it's going to be epic. But I still have to train. We're going to head into, I think it's Burke Street. Just cruise around there for a bit, just chill out. Head back to the Airbnb. What else are we going to do? Eat. Yeah. Rest a little bit, and then
yes to the eating.
and then train. So we'll just get a pump on later on. But I'm not sure what gym yet. What do you reckon? One gym?
Sounds pretty good to me.
One gym? Oh. Yeah, right. Okay guys, so what we're going to do is essentially just go over the workout that we did for this session. Again, it was just a session where we just wanted to push blood around the body, just ensuring our muscles are filled with glycogen, and ensuring that that muscle will use up and deplete the glycogen stores, so that for the next day we'll replenish again, and then essentially we're just going to try and deplete as much as possible each and every day leading up to stage. So for this session, we were training at Dohertys, the one that's in Brunswick, so the OG Dohertys, super cool vibe, and you'll see some of the equipment there that are pretty old school, some of the equipment there that are pretty new, like the Prime stuff. So we just go in between each, and then what we do is we essentially just aim for 15 reps, 3 sets, so nothing too strenuous. And as I said before, we're not going to aim for super high weight, and we're not going to aim for like super high crazy volume. Keeping it simple, 15 reps, 3 sets for all exercises, and essentially just having a bit of fun as well while getting a pump. So it can be pretty taxing trying to overload while you're in prep. So yeah, we're just making sure we're going through the full range of movement for this session. Okay, so first off the bat is me. So we are using the isolateral chest press. So with this one here, we are using the pronated grip and not the neutral grip. That way we can really stretch our delts, ensuring our pecs are also stretched as well in the bottom range of that movement. So another angle here. So what I do is I actually almost go into like a powerlifter's form. So I keep my feet pretty well back, and then I do have a bit of an arch in my lower lumbar, and I use a bit of leg drive as well when the weight does get heavy. Now because it's not heavy, I'm not really using too much leg drive, but I find that this actually keeps me a lot stable as well, because it forces me to use my glutes. So I squeeze my glutes, squeeze my abs, and that whole movement is nice and stable. Okay, so for this movement here, this is a prime isolateral lat pull down. So the aim for this one is to ensure that we're in that full stretch position. As you bring it up, big breath in, drive the elbows down. Big breath in, drive the elbows down. Now there are a few settings for this machine as well, so you can see where the plates are situated. It's essentially situated right at the bottom, so that forces us to really pull up at the top and then squeeze right down the bottom, so using full range of movement, whereas the other stems where you place the plates, they dictate where you're going to feel the tension in that range of movement. And then next we've got another push movement. So essentially we're doing push pull for the entire session, but we have a Cybex isolateral shoulder press. This thing looks super shaky, but to be honest, it was actually one of the most effective shoulder presses I've ever used. So it's got a pretty good direct drive from these hinge points here, which is at the back of me. I can't even use my cursor. So again, we're doing 15 reps, 3 sets. Now I actually did overload this a little bit too much. And then next one, we have another prime machine. So this is an extreme row. So chest supported, isolateral, using the neutral grip so that we can really target your lats and also the teres just above your lats. So what you'll notice as well is that Corey was flexing in the background. But what you'll notice as well is that I actually round my shoulders right down at the bottom of that range so that I can encourage a little bit more of a stretch in my upper lats and also rhomboids and teres. And as well as that, I'm still breathing in right at the bottom, expanding my rib cage, which allows me to activate my lats a little bit more. Big breath in and pull. Big breath in, pull. Oof. Oh, cheeky. So Corey said this was all going to be about the workout, but I think, oh, actually, no, I'll take that back. He added me in. So in between sets, we were definitely posing. So for me, it was practice, and also for Corey as well, it was practice. It's also good to pose in between sets. So that, you know, you can see where you need to work on in terms of like lagging body parts, and also just to get that mind muscle connection. All right, so here we are doing a superset. So we're doing lateral raises, so standing dumbbell lateral raises, making sure that we're keeping our elbows at least higher than our wrists or equal with our wrists. Switching off at the bottom, big breath in, and then reactivating those side delts. Now you notice that my wrist is actually curved and it's like dipping so low. I've actually got a tendon problem at the moment, and it was really hurting my wrist. So that's why you're seeing that, and I was just trying to compensate for that pain. Okay, so the second part of that superset is your lying rear delt raise. So I've actually only used this machine maybe once before this, but I found that using this machine, I actually have to keep my arms a little bit straighter than usual in order to activate my rear delts. If you do have a slight bend in your elbow, then you could potentially be using more of your traps rather than your rear delts. My camera died, so we went through 4 batteries for my camera. It's only a Sony ZV-1, so it's a pretty small camera, but it does pack a punch, so it chewed through the batteries after this set. So we essentially did flies, so we did machine flies, and then we did cable curls, and then we did cable tricep extensions as well. So 15 reps, 3 sets for each of those, and then we pretty much just finished up with posing and closed out the night for that session. But yeah, it was a pretty fun session. I mean, we like going to Dohertys, so being there is just pretty cool in itself. And it was just a chill out session, essentially, just getting a pump on. But that was our session last night. Hope you enjoyed that one. Save, subscribe. I don't know what other YouTubers do.
whatever it is. Maybe we should put like an overview of what we did. So you might find that in the next screen. Just save it and then have fun. Sweet.
Day 2 done. So another pretty hectic day, and we didn't really do too much. We literally just went shopping for groceries. I had a photo shoot with Nay. That was pretty cool. So Nayflex, I'll drop the link down here. Thank you so much for your time, Nay. Absolute pleasure to be in front of your lens. Super grateful. I appreciate you. And then we went back to Dohertys and trained there, just did a bit of a pump session. But obviously you saw just before as well, I've got myself a bit of a treat for my 30th birthday. And you know, some of you might be thinking, might not be the best investment, but I've worked hard through my 20s, and yeah, I look at watches, I'm like, oh, it'd be cool to have something like that, you know, looking at a timepiece, and it'll just remind you of the hard work that you went through. Every time you look at it, you're just like, all right, so this was a timepiece to represent the hard work that I put in, you know, all the relationships that I built to be able to build my businesses up, get to where I am, and yeah, to be able to look at that and go, shit, those were the times, the people that helped me along the way. So yeah, that's why I treated myself for my 30th birthday to something like that. But yeah, that pretty much wrapped up the day, and I think we'll pretty much do the same tomorrow, where we just chill out, do a grocery haul, and train, bit of a pump session. You might even see me in my tanning suit, maybe, we'll see. Yeah, 1.5 days out to show 1. Show 2? What do you reckon?
100%.
Alright, well, we'll keep you updated on that front.